Hi everyone, today I will discuss about the structure and geometry of the given compounds. These are the compounds. So mainly I will discuss about the p block elements. So most of the students in entrance exam, also in board exam, they feel difficulties to solve the structure and geometry of the given compound. So here I will tell about the trick to solve the structure within 1 minute. Okay, so for any structure, let S2SO4. Okay, for S2SO4 we have to choose the central atom. Okay, and this is the criteria for choosing the central atom. The first one is it should be least electronegative except hydrogen. Okay, and it should have large size, also it contain more number of electrons. So here except hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen, between sulfur and oxygen, sulfur is the least electronegative, oxygen is more electronegative. Also sulfur is large size than the oxygen, therefore we will choose sulfur as the central atom. Okay. Next is there, calculate the total valence electron. Okay, so in this compound you have to calculate the total valence electron. So hydrogen is contain 1 valence electron and 2 is there, therefore 2 into 1 plus sulfur it contain 6 electron plus oxygen it contain 6 electron, 6 valence electron and 4 atom is there. Therefore 2 plus 6 plus 24. Okay, it will come 32. Now the trick is, remember, is if total valence electron is greater than 8, okay, if total valence electron is greater than 8, I have to divide this total valence electron divide by 8. Okay. Second is, if total valence electron is less than or equal to 8, I have to divide it by 2. Okay, remember this trick. So here 32 is greater than 8, so therefore I will divide 32 by 8, that is greater than 8. So 8 into 4, that is 32. Okay, so this whatever value this is coming, it will come 4. Okay, therefore 3 sp2, that is 4 sp3. If this is 5, then sp3d. Then if this is 6, then this is sp3d2, and if this is 7, then this is sp3d3. So for sp, that is linear structure. For sp2, that is trigonal planar. For sp3, that is tetrahedral. For sp3d, okay, for sp3 this is trigonal bipyramidal for sp3d, and for sp3d2 that is octahedral, and for sp3d3 for 7, okay, that will be maybe distorted octahedral or maybe pentagonal bipyramidal. Okay, so it will come according to the structure. So here 4 came, so 4 belongs to the sp3 hybridization. So therefore in S2SO4 hybridization of sulfur is sp3. Okay, then what is the geometry? Geometry, sp3 belong to tetrahedral geometry. Okay, this is the geometry and this is the hybridization. Okay, so sp3 belongs to the tetrahedral geometry, the structure is tetrahedral. So this will be the structure of the S2SO4. Okay, now I will do XCO3. Okay, for XCO3, calculate the total valence electron, that is equal to, for xenon that is 8 plus oxygen it contains 6 and total atom is 3, 6 into 3 18. 8 plus 18, that is equal to 26. So this is also greater than 8. So I have to divide this 26 by 8. Okay, 8 into 3, that is 24, it will come, remainder is 2. If this remainder value is less than 8, that is less than 8, I have to divide it by 2. Okay. So if this remainder contain the value which is less than 8, I have to divide it by 2. If this contain greater than 8, then I have to divide it by 8. So here I will divide it by 2. So 2 into 1, that is 2, 0 here. Okay. So here this value is 3 and another value is 1. So add these two value, 3 plus 1, that is equal to 4. Okay. And this 4 belongs to the sp3. So here XeO3 also contain sp3 hybridization and structure is tetrahedral. So how will do the structure? Xe, it contain 8 electron. Okay. And valence of the oxygen is 2, therefore it will form double bond with the 1 oxygen form double bond with the xenon, therefore 3 oxygen form 3 double bond. So this is 1 bond, 2 bond, 3 bond, and here 1 lone pair is there. The total is 1, 2, 3 plus 1. So here 3 bond pair and 1 lone pair, that belongs to the sp3 hybridization. And structure is, if it is asked for geometry, that will be the tetrahedral. If it will ask for shape, what you will have to just omit the lone pair. After omitting lone pair, what will the structure? That will be trigonal pyramidal. Okay, see like this. So like I will tell about the trick, how to know the how many bond pair are present in this structure and also lone pair present in this structure. Okay, for this is the trick. Just choose the central atom is xenon. So here just count the total valence electron of the xenon. The valence electron of the xenon is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Next, 2 oxygen is there, 2 fluorine is there. What is the valence of the oxygen? That is 2. So therefore 2 electron is bonded with 1 oxygen. Okay. So how many oxygen is there? 2 oxygen, therefore 1 oxygen is there. So another oxygen will bond to the another 2 electron. Okay. So what is the valence of the fluorine? That is 1. Okay. 1 means 1 electron bonded to the fluorine. How many fluorine are there? 2. Therefore another fluorine also bond with the another electron. Okay. And these 2 electron, as it does not involve in the bonding, it will remain as lone pair. Okay. So how many bonding are there? 1, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. Total bond is 4. 4 bond pair and how many lone pair? 1 lone pair. Okay. So 4 bond pair plus lone pair, add this 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5. 5 here belongs to the sp3 hybridization and geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. Okay. So I will draw this structure, trigonal bipyramidal. Just structure like this. Draw the structure like this. This is the structure of the trigonal bipyramidal, and this is the equatorial, and this is the axial bond. Okay. So how will you know where to keep this oxygen and the fluorine, and also one lone pair is there. Okay. So remember this one. For TBP structure, the element or the atoms present around the central atom, among them which one is the more electronegative element, that will be present in the axial position. Among oxygen and fluorine, fluorine is the most electronegative element. Okay. So fluorine will be remain in the axial position. As 2 fluorine is there, therefore one will be present in above and another will be down. Okay. And another 2 oxygen will be present, and one also lone pair is there. Therefore I will keep this lone pair as it is. Okay. And here also 120 degree and here 90 degree. So this 120 degree minimize the repulsion between the bond pair, also bond pair, lone pair repulsion. So if you will keep here fluorine, this fluorine and this fluorine are 90 degree. So 90 degree will be cause more repulsion, and due to the more repulsion, this structure will be unstabilized. Okay, destabilized. So therefore, to make the stable arrangement, it will be arranged like this. The most electronegative element will be present at the axial position, more electronegative will be present in the less electronegative side. Okay, and less electronegative is axial and more electronegative is equatorial. So this one is the another trick to know how many bond pair is there and how many lone pair is there. So please friend, like this channel and subscribe this channel.